impact on families. We know that distance learning put a lot of pressure on our families. And I want to thank all of you for your support. And students, you've taken the brunt of this. Think back to third grade. We left for spring break, and you never came back that year. In fact, the only time you came back is through a drive-through where we had bagged up all your desk materials, all your lockers, and we gave you all your materials because you weren't coming back that school year. And then we did something that none of us knew how to do, which is distance learning, and something that none of us want to go back to. Can I get an amen to that? I know that parents don't want to go back to that. And then last year, it was fourth grade, and you started off with hybrid, so you came to school 2 days a week, and some Fridays, if you remembered which one you were coming. And now we finally get a full school year, and we get all of our students back where they belong. And so we've been through a lot together. Let's just hear it for being back together as a community. All right, we have a short program for you today. We appreciate your flexibility in moving inside. We just thought it was a lot more of a controlled environment, and we could celebrate with our students better in the gym. I'm going to turn this over now to the part of the ceremony that is our DARE graduation. And to do that, I want to introduce Captain John Stanky. I'm sorry. Sorry, Officer Platz. Yeah, I understand there's a promotion that is happening. Let me introduce Chief of Police, John Stanky.
You made me blush. Not yet. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for allowing me to be part of your DARE graduation and fifth grade graduation today. Today's extra special for me because my daughter is also graduating today. She doesn't like it when I embarrass her. Wave, Tori. A little history lesson about DARE. DARE, as most of you know, stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education. It originated in Los Angeles, California in 1983. It was a joint effort between the school district and the police department. It was intended to combat the growing problems with drugs and gangs. And the police and the school realized they needed to unite to combat this growing problem and come up with an intervention program designed to deter kids from making poor choices as they got older and entered those adolescent years. That's why the program is taught in fifth grade. We try to reach kids before they get into middle school and they start facing these difficult choices. The Coon Rapids Police, we've taught DARE for the last 35 years. We're pretty proud of that. We started teaching in 1987, and we graduate about 800 kids through this program every year. We're one of the few agencies around who still value the DARE program, and you know, it's so invaluable just with the relationship building that it contributes to between the police and the schools, the police officers and the kids and the community. And you can look at the way this auditorium is filled today, and I can see that you're all in support of the program as well, so I appreciate you being here today. DARE used to mainly focus on drug prevention. However, it's evolved along with society's needs. Now it's so much more. It's about making good choices and giving kids more tools to help aid in those decisions as they move forward and get older. I'm a huge supporter of this program. I was a DARE officer a couple decades ago, and you know, I personally experienced the positive impact this program has on kids. I still run into, well, I can't call them kids anymore, adults out in the community who will approach me and say, "Hey, you were my DARE officer back in 1990 something." But that just shows you how valuable the program is, and the relationships that are built can be lifelong. I would like to thank Mr. Anderson and the fifth grade staff for continuing to support this partnership and for allowing me to be a part of this big day. I'd like to thank the students for your hard work, and of course, Officer Bri Platzi for his undying dedication to the DARE program. Thank you, everyone.
Hi guys. How you doing? Hi parents. I'm gonna try not to keep my back on you guys because you guys are the star of the show. Congratulations, you guys. You made it. For now. I might flunk some of you, but we'll see. Thank you, parents, for showing up. I'm Officer Bri. I'm these guys' DARE teacher, and thank you, Paul, for having us, for continuing to have this. Chief-elect, is that what we would call that? And mostly, thank you, teachers. I don't think you guys understand how tough of a job that these guys have. And I don't know how you guys do it every day. I come in once a week and teach these classes. Remarkable job. This is by far my favorite school to teach at. And not just because I'm graduating my own kid through DARE. Right there. And my second that I've graduated from this school, so I've got a soft spot for this school. To kind of touch on what Mr. Anderson said, the last 2 years have been incredibly tough, mostly on these kids. And what I've seen this year and how resilient these kids are and the way that they came back and bounced back from this is beyond amazing. And that's not only a credit to the kids, but it's a credit to the people in this room. So thank you, parents, for putting up with all this for the last 2 years. You owe yourself a round of applause. So clap. One of the things that struck me this year in reading these kids' DARE essays, and it's kind of unique this year, and I think over the last 2 years, what these kids have learned, some of these lessons. I read these DARE essays, and so many of these kids talked about their wanting, moving forward in life, to be better people, to be good citizens, to not be bystanders. And a bystander is somebody who witnesses something happening that has the opportunity to help. And far too often we see people witness something and don't take their opportunity to help. And these kids in their DARE essays, so many of them talking about their willingness to step up, to help someone in their time of need. And that really touched me. It was amazing. They don't want to be bystanders. They want to be good citizens. And so many of these kids in the reports, they talked about the empathy that they had for other people. Particularly this class, their awareness of other people's struggles and what they can do to help was, I think, the most impressive thing about this group this year. And I'm really gonna miss these kids. So guys, you were amazing, each and every one of you. Now, don't be sad, because I'm still around. You guys are gonna see me. You're gonna see me around. When you see me, come give me my high five, come give me my hug, whatever you want. I'm gonna be around. This isn't the end, this is just the beginning for you guys, and you're all gonna go and rock it next year in middle school. Because you're big bad middle schoolers now, and don't you forget it. So before we hand out your certificates and stuff, I'm gonna make everyone take the Officer Bri DARE pledge. So I need all my fifth graders to, oh, you're right, I'm sorry, Paul. I should follow the schedule. No matter how old I get, I can't not get yelled at by principals. All right, let's get our readers up here. For they're gonna read excerpts from their DARE essays. And we'll start with Mr. D. Giovanni's class. Noel, you wanna help me with the name? Yep. Noel, come on up. Tate, come on up. Come up front, you guys. Come on. Avery, come on up. Rebecca, come on up. Katrina, come on up. And Addison, come on up. So these guys are all going to read out loud our favorite portions of their DARE essay, and in their own words explain what the DARE program meant to them. Do you guys have your stuff? Would you like me to hold the mic for you, or do you want to hold it? Okay.
One thing I learned about doing DARE was peer pressure. I learned that peer pressure could be so overpowered. It is really easy to be caught in pressure. We learned how to deal with it cleanly. This is really important to me because I can easily be caught in peer pressure. Thanks to the DARE program, I am able to say no without hesitation. Using this information, I have the ability to accept and deny.
Life is defined by yourself and the people around you, and DARE helped me realize that. One thing that I learned from DARE is how to have a help network. That is probably one of the most useful things I learned, because without a help network, you would be lost in a tough situation. That's why you have a network of friends, family, and whoever is close to you. And in my opinion, that is one of the most important things in life.
One thing I learned in DARE class was the 5 W's. The 5 W's are where, when, who, what, and why. This is how you explain to a trusted adult about someone who is getting bullied. For example, someone could be getting bullied at lunch. If you just say they're getting bullied in the lunchroom, then nobody will know what you're talking about. So the adult won't know what lunch period or who is doing it. But if you say so-and-so is getting bullied at 12 o'clock lunchtime, then the adult will know more information and will make sure to check at that lunch period. This lesson was important because now if I ever see someone getting bullied, I can tell a trusted adult about it with more information so the bully can get caught.
Help Network. Your help network is 6 people that you trust and can call for help if you need help. So these people are people that you can trust and that are important to you. Everyone needs help sometimes, so don't be afraid to reach out and get some. I want everybody to be safe out in this world, so by having a help network might just help. This will help me by giving good advice if they come to me to seek help.
Drugs, alcohol, and smoking are all very bad for you. They can make you very sick and can give you heart problems. In fact, there are 4,000 chemicals in cigarettes, more than 7,000 in tobacco, and nearly 2,000 in vapes. So if someone comes up to you and asks, hey, do you want to come smoke weed with us this afternoon? You say, do I want to smoke weed? That's the dumbest question I've ever heard. Sure, let's go find a nice wet chunk of tar, then go over to the pond and eat some frogs. That's exactly what it will taste like. I learned this from my amazing DARE teacher, Officer Gregory. Here are some resistance strategies you can avoid the situation. So, if you know of places where people often use drugs, stay away from those places. Strength in numbers, it means to hang around with non-users, especially where drug use is unexpected. You can also say no and walk away. Say no while giving an excuse, or you can just change the subject.
One thing I learned in DARE has taught me is how to use an AED. This is important to me because if anything happened to my family or classmates, I would know what to do, and now I am able to locate an AED in my school. Now I can help others if they need it, and I will hopefully not have to use it, but if I have to, I am prepared.
Just some of the amazing quotes from our DARE essays. Thank you guys so much. The courage it takes to get up and talk in front of a huge group like this. Awesome job, you guys. Good job. Now the pledge. All right, 5th graders, please stand for me. I would like everyone to raise their right hand, and we're going to take the Officer Bri DARE pledge. Repeat after me. I know who I am.
I know who I am.
I respect who I am.
I respect who I am.
I know that I want to stay happy and healthy.
I know that I want to stay happy and healthy.
I will stand up for myself and stick to my decision to lead a drug-free life.
I will stand up for myself and stick
To my decision. Good job, okay. I will stand up for others in their time of need.
I will stand up for others in their time of need.
And be a good citizen.
And be a good citizen.
I will not be afraid to make mistakes.
I will not be afraid to make mistakes.
And will work hard to learn from my mistakes.
I will work hard to learn from my mistakes.
I will ask for support from my help network.
I will ask for support from my help
In my time of need.
in my time of need.
I pledge to show respect for myself and others.
I pledge to show respect for myself and others
By making safe and responsible decisions in my life.
by making safe and responsible decisions
I will do everything in my power to make safe and responsible decisions. And avoid the peer pressure that could lead to negative consequences to my health and happiness. That's official. You're DARE graduates.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, that was great. Always love to be around someone who learns a lesson that the phrases need to be a bit shorter if we're going to follow along. You actually surprised me because some of those at the end were pretty long and you nailed it. So great job. Great job. We're going to move on to our 5th grade completion part of this graduation. And in doing so, we want to recognize some of our students who showed leadership this year. Many of our students showed leadership in many different ways. We're just going to highlight a couple formal leadership opportunities that students participated in. If you don't follow us on YouTube, which is a lot of you because I think we have 63 followers, so go home and follow Sand Creek on YouTube. You can watch an amazing video every week from our video team. So if you are on our 5th grade video production team, please stand. Let's give them a big round of applause. Awesome. Very good. You can sit. Thank you. I think some of the news, KARE 11 might be hiring some internships for their evening news. Some of you do great. Please stand. We also have a group of students called Student Ambassadors who volunteer at a lot of events. They also give up their time during the day to help out our social worker, Mrs. Reed, with lots of different ways to serve our community. And these are called Student Ambassadors. So our 5th grade Student Ambassadors, please stand. Let's give them a big round of applause. All right, have a seat. And finally, we've had 5th graders serving as school patrols, which, if you follow any news around the Blaine and Coon Rapids area, is not a safe job always. And so we do have school patrols that help before and after school, make sure our walkers get to and from school safely. If you're a school patrol, would you stand up? Awesome. Let's hear from you. All right. The next recognition is something that we have done for many years. It's through the National Association of Elementary School Principals. It's called the Presidential Award for Excellence. There's certain criteria that all elementary schools have to follow in order to look at their students and who might meet criteria for the Presidential Award for Academic Excellence. Some years we have one. Some years we've had as many as 5 or 6. And it really is a combination of statewide test scores, achievement, really strong schoolwork, great report cards, responsible leadership. All of that, it all goes into this presidential award focused on academic achievement. They don't know who they are right now. They will have a certificate in their envelope when they get it, along with a letter from the President of the United States congratulating them on this award. And we have 5 winners this year from Sand Creek. So in no particular order, I would like us to recognize each one individually. So if you hear your name, come up front. We'll give you a round of applause, and then we'll do that for the next 4 as well. Lincoln Bullock. Henry Carney. Tate Burnett. Grace Meyer. And Ben Moline. This is quite an honor, so I want to say congratulations, and I expect to see middle school, high school, probably national merit scholars, who knows? The sky's the limit, all right? Congratulations to you five.
Good job.
All right, we don't have a commencement speaker. Sometimes that's my job, but if you know me well, you know I can be pretty long-winded and we don't want to be in the gym too long. But I do have a couple of things that I want to say. And I have a message for our Sand Creek students, and then I have a message for our families. We care about all of you and what happens next. We don't take it lightly that you leave Sand Creek. We don't forget about you. We do care deeply about your success in middle school and your success in high school. So what I'm about to tell you, I'm not an expert in any way as a parent, I'm not an expert as a principal, but what I want to tell you is I want you to remember over the next few years who you are. You are not what social media tells you. You are not what certain kids tell you. You are what your parents and your families tell you you are. You are what your trusted teachers and other people in your life, your aunts and uncles, your family members, that's who identifies who you are, and you need to stick close to that. Don't get caught up in all of the voices that are going to tell you things that are not true about you. All right? I have a 15-year-old daughter, so I've been through that as a dad, and I've also experienced fifth graders for the last 16 years at this school. You need to remember who you are and stick close to the people that care about you. And listen to those messages and tune out anything else that's not worth listening to, all right? And parents, like I said, I'm not an expert at all, and you know that if you talk to my kids. I'm not perfect. But I've been around fifth graders a long time, and I think we have a tendency as adults, as they get older, we expect to maybe kind of pull back a little bit and give them more responsibility and step away and give them the freedoms that we think that they need to have. And I just want to challenge us as a community that as they enter these next few years, we press in harder to them. We do not step away from our kids. We press in harder and we get to know their friends. We check their phones. We see what they're looking at on their technology, and we do that job because they deserve it and they need it. Fifth graders are not done needing guidance. Eighth graders are not done needing guidance. My goodness, seniors in high school still need guidance. So I would challenge us as a community to rally around these kids and provide them the guidance that they need, all right? With that said, I'm gonna turn it over to the teachers. That's the shortest I've ever gone. That's pretty good. Before I do,
Yeah.
you're clapping because I went short. That's good. That's good. Before I do, there's a lot of thank yous on the back of your program. One of them is that we had volunteers put together these envelopes. I got this idea years ago when my son graduated from 6th grade at Little Canada Elementary. And I remember our graduations, everybody get their certificate, and it would never make it home without sweat on it and wrinkles and everything. So my son's school had envelopes with the child's picture, a little bit about them, and then it was filled with all of their awards. So I want to thank the volunteers who are mentioned on the back for putting those together, and that's what you will get as your teachers present. So who's starting? Are we starting with Mr. D? Come on up, Mr. DiGiovanni.
Thank you, Mr. A. First of all, we're all here for you guys today. It's all about the kids. And as I told my class right before we came in here, they've been through a lot. Mr. Anderson mentioned that a couple of minutes ago. This was really their first normal school year in 2 years. And I think it was an awesome year for them. Lots of hard work. They represented our school really well in so many ways. And my last message to them is, I can't wait to see how you represent yourselves moving forward as you go into middle school. The future is what you want it to be. It's to be what you make of it. Rely on the people that care and love you the most. Take their advice, even if it's hard sometimes. Trust your gut, but always do your best. And we're going to be here looking out to see what the future holds, because you never know what's out there. aim for the stars. You might not get them, but you're going to get pretty darn high. And I'm excited to see what the future holds for all of you. So on behalf of all of us here, congratulations to the class of 2022. It is my honor to introduce my homeroom, 5JD. And I will be the first to say I messed up. I had them come in backwards after we rehearsed it yesterday. So
We'll talk about that tomorrow morning.
I know, that'll be in my eval. So we're going to go Z to A rather than A to Z. So starting off with Lensa Youssef. Kelsey White Alvarez. Maddie Vetter. Lucas Tao. Lena Tao. Aiden Tenike. Colin Solorzano. Avery Siegschlag. Ronell Ronald. Antonio Romero. Tavion Owens. Jameson Nick. Kayla Place. Athena Linebaugh. Christopher Larson. Valerie Clausen. Bella Keeler. Lara Herrick. Logan Durkop. Avery Cleve Martin. Jamie Chamu. Henry Carney. Tate Burnett. Lincoln Bullock. Greta Borchert. Noel Berhanu. Katie Anderson. Anas Ahmed. Five JD class of 2022. Mrs. Heidenschink.
Thank you. I write things down. Parents, thank you for all your support this year. Thank you for your precious children. They truly are extraordinary. Your child provided many firsts for me as a teacher. This is a first group that broke out into song at the slightest provocation. They are the first group of students I have had the pleasure of being with all day. This is the first time in a couple years that virtual instruction did not prevail. I think it was Charlie Chaplin who first said, "A day without laughter is a day wasted." Well, let me tell you, there were no wasted days this year. Students, your elementary wings are strong and you're ready to fly off to middle school. You know how much you mean to me. Keep learning, never stop asking questions, and never forget that you are important. I'm proud of you. Congratulations. Samuel Turry. Ethan Paul. Abdullahi Ahmed. Bailey Beckenbach. Logan Bell. Iman Bulo. I get nervous. Congratulations. Umi Chung. Owen Coffin. Kaylin Crosby. Mason Koo. Memphis Green. Owen Height. Arlene Kana. Aiden Lord. Becca Marthy. Rachel Mail. Grace Meyer. Benjamin Moline. Alvin Wynn. Grant Okerstrom. Gabby Price. Misha Raman. Karis Reed. Congratulations. Sophia Rumshin. Presley Teets. Orion Vicente. Yue Winchittle. Katrina Yeager. Let's give another round of applause for the graduates from I like to think we saved the best for last, but that's just me. That's kidding, I love all of you. I can't talk as long as them, I'm a crier, so I'm not gonna go there, but I am so proud of all of you. This was quite the year, and you guys brought sunshine and joy and laughter to every single one of my days. And we're good. Let's go. We're gonna do that. All right, 5RL, stand up. Musa Abdullahi. Grace Anderson.
Owen Anderson. Xavion Brown. Michaela Danielson. Evan Drops. Marlena Duelmeyer. Ansar Hamid. Damia Holloway. Jalen Johnson. Ariana Karanja. Kyle Lee. JJ Marsh. Riley Martner. Addison Nelson. Natalie Novak. Jaden Ogborn. Gia Ogrotsky. Evan Klotz. Hadley Sheik. Tori Stanky. Jeremiah Tao. Violet Walker. Savannah Wilberson. Royce Zhang. Jacob Yang. Kara Yang. Noah Yang. And Hanisa Youssef. So proud of you. So proud of you. Can't wait to see what you go, and thank you for letting me be just a tiny little stop on your journey. I will cherish it forever.
All right. It's funny that, I had a note in the program that I was following that said, remind people to maybe hold the applause to the end of each class, which I forgot to say. But actually, didn't it just feel good to celebrate these kids and what they've been to over the last 2 years? So I really appreciate all of the energy in the room. Fifth graders, congratulations. I'm gonna just do a couple little housekeeping things before all the way to the south side of the building to the fifth grade wing. So they're gonna leave, we're gonna let them leave, and then they will come back. There's photo opportunities outside door 2 against the brick wall. Make sure you get pictures. I didn't mention why the creepy Mr. Anderson is in the corner, but this was 2 years ago at this time. We did a drive-by graduation. We kind of got our hand slapped by the district, but we did it anyway because we wanted to celebrate, and kids came to the red carpet in the bus lane. They walked the red carpet. They got pictures with cardboard cutouts of people. So much better to be together in community celebrating. If there's any parents that are bored when you're waiting for your children, if you wanted to take the folding chairs and maybe lean them against the wall in stacks of 5 to 7, that would help our custodial crew tonight. Anything else I'm missing, teachers? All right. We wish you all the best. We just had 2 graduating seniors from Blaine High School come back just the other week. They checked in at the office. They had to swipe their driver's license because we have security. And they had to get a visitor sticker, but they were coming back to visit their teachers. We want you to come back to visit us, and we can't wait to hear the great things that are going to happen in your lives. All right? Thank you all for coming and supporting us today. Have a great rest of the day and a great summer. That's a Toy Story joke. You know Andy from Toy Story? Andy's coming and the toys all go limp. I didn't approve that.